Hello friends, welcome to a new vlog. Happy Monday. I am just relaxing. I made tuna fish cups. Disgusting. Can't have any like spicy or like whatever things, so like I'm skipping the Dijon mustard, and can't have like any dressings because they're high in fat. If you missed it last week, I ended up in the ER with a gallstone and I have to get gallbladder removal surgery. So I have to eat a low-fat diet until I can get in, to like hope and pray that I do not have another episode or an attack. It's basically like fatty stuff makes it attack and like contract. So I'm just really holding on for dear life here. I don't even know what to tell you guys. So the referral is in to the surgery doc who is going to take it out. And they basically just have to like run through all the hoops, make sure she can like sign off saying, yes, I'm available to do this, or like, here's where I need to like send you out to. But I really, really hope it's her because she just won an award and she seems like a really great, competent surgeon. I like that it's a female. It just makes me feel a bit more comfortable. So it is my first surgery ever, and that's pretty scary. Like I've literally only had like oral, like dental operations. Like I've had like skin graft things, I've had wisdom teeth extraction, I've had basically any procedure you can think of other than like a root canal and stuff in my little mouth. So very seasoned there, and I was put out on anesthesia for a few of these things. So I know everything is good there. I know I'm not gonna wake up, but like it is a little bit of a concern for me. And you know, anxiety is still a bitch and it still lies. So, it's a little bit rough, but, I'm very, very excited to just like get everything done, get back to normal. I'm going to work on a client's website project right now and just relax. I think I'm going to message Lolo, get a little Zoom going for Lauren and I, and just try to take my mind off everything. That's really like the only thing I can do right now. So I'm cozy and I'm just trying to remain calm. Surprisingly, I don't have a lot of anxiety about it. I have more anxiety about like having another episode than I do about the surgery. Like I almost low-key wish they had just done it this morning. Because then like I would be fine and then home already and recovering. Instead of having to like plan out my life. We're missing our Valentine's trip. We were going to go to Seabrook. So that was going to be the surprise trip that I was sharing with you guys. But luckily, fingers crossed, we may be able to go in March. The homeowner was very nice and extended our stay. It's kind of like somewhat of a comped stay. It's like a discount stay. And so I was really worried that they were not going to because they were already like so generous. So thankfully they were so nice and understanding, but yeah, I just don't know. Like, is she gonna be booked out until August? Is she gonna be able to get me in like right now? Like, who's to say? And I really would like to get it done like before March because we have our honeymoon in April and I don't exactly want to be like watching what I eat. I'm a foodie, that's why I travel, and that's really important to me. So worst case, we'll just move out our honeymoon. But hopefully I'm not trying to like go to that like worst case right yet. I'm like thinking of alternatives, but I'm trying not to go there quite yet or like make any rash decisions. So I do think it's only a couple weeks away from Seabrook, so I think it was smart to cancel that. Because even if I got it like this Friday, it's still like a week-long recovery. So, and then I think like for about a month after, you have to watch what you eat. So anyway, that's my life now. Just a little sick child with a malfunctioning gallbladder. But that's the update for you. The other client that I was worried about re-signing, just because it was like a little odd, they did re-sign. So that was good. That was like a phew moment. But honestly, I was in so much pain. Didn't even have time to focus on it at that point. So yeah, very happy. That was a win. I feel like less financially insecure right now. Things are still tight, but like at least I'm not like worrying about how I'm gonna pay for stuff. So that was a good little win. Hello friends, it's much later in the day and Jared is making sweet potato fries in our new air fryer, and they actually got like golden.
Actually, you're better than that fucking thing.
I'm very excited. So we're doing lettuce cut burgers. I'm only gonna have about 6 of these bad boys. I'm just being very meticulous about tracking my fat and everything. But I had this earlier today. This fucking cottage cheese is so damn good. I did this with 3 cut up strawberries and a little Cuties orange. It is like dessert, especially like when you're eating really boring food like this, but I mean, it's pretty similar to like our healthy stuff that we were doing before. He's doing a chicken patty. He really likes these, by the way, from Costco. So if you are a meat eater, those are great for you. This is my plate, having some grapes and my little black bean patty. And I have some fat-free mozzarella that I melted. And we're gonna cook with mozzarella this week, so. Super yummy. So I was talking to my mom on the phone just now, and she mentioned, she was like, do you think that any of like your stomach pains could have been gallstones before? Because hers were just like discomforting before she had her like whole episode. So I wonder if maybe my sour stomach things in that general area are not gas, they're like mini gallstones. So that's a good scientific discovery potentially. Of course we won't ever know, but I do think that is a fair assessment. So I'm very intrigued. I am going to just relax for the rest of the night as if I haven't already today. I was very productive and I took 2 client calls. I'm just trying to lay low. I'm still getting work done, and I'm just like having some friends co-work with me and like keep me company so I'm not like alone. And tomorrow, hopefully we hear the verdict of when I can get in. It's not like super likely that I'm gonna have another one of these like huge attacks like soon. I hope not. But you kind of have to eat this diet in order to maintain health. So I love the fart sound of that mustard. But yes, we're gonna just live our best life. We're gonna make burritos. We're gonna make stuffed peppers the rest of this week. So I'm very, very excited for that. We just went out for a little walk around the neighborhood, which was lovely. And now we're gonna make dinner. So I will keep you updated as the week progresses. Yay! Good morning, happy Tuesday. I'm feeling okay so far. Good start to the day. Very gassy. I think it's like all the different foods that I've been having. But I have my little healthy breakfast here, some oatmeal, some non-fat yogurt, and a piece of toast. We're living that high carb life, a low fat, high carb. So I found that cottage cheese treat was like giving me life, so I'm gonna ration that and have some more today. Last night was fine. I slept okay, but like, oh my god. There was this guy just like screaming at the top of his lungs angrily around our neighborhood, and I have no idea what was going on. So I was like literally asleep. Like it took me a while to fall asleep, and then he started screaming and I was right awake again. And then, yeah, I didn't sleep the best, but it's okay. Got at least like 6 hours, and I am just up, ready for the day now. So I'm pretty sure, throwback, if you were watching in 2021, January 2021 in the vlogs, if you go back, I am pretty positive that I had a gallstone. So I was like sitting, well, first I went to the bathroom, which actually happened this last time too. I went to the bathroom, had like a bowel movement, and then the abdominal pain started. And I said it was severe abdominal pain, nothing like I'd ever felt before, and almost like it was like a sprained muscle, which is exactly how this thing felt, only this time it was much worse and longer, which happens. So like every time you have one, they're usually worse. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I had this for a while and that's why this last time was so intense. Kind of like similar to my mom and my other friends who've had them. Typically it doesn't like start horrifically in the beginning. So I'm wondering if maybe, yeah, like some of those little tummy aches or something were actually mini gallstones. So just a little fun fact. I'm pretty sure most humans have gallstones. They just don't like have an attack because the gallstones don't get lodged like in, I think it's like the bile duct or some sort of duct. that's when you feel it, because you're feeling it like contracting or whatever. But like people have multiple stones all the time from what I've read. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I've had other instances and this was like the last one, which really makes sense as to why you would take it out. I'm hearing hopefully today from the doctors to get a surgery date. And fingers crossed we can do it like pretty soon. It would be lovely. But Jared and I went out, had a great walk last night. We'll probably do the same thing tonight and just have a very chill day. Lauren and I are going to Zoom again. We kind of caught up yesterday afternoon, and so we're going to have all day today from like 12 to 4. We're just going to hang out. She's going to keep me company, and I'm just going to relax. I have no calls. I just have some work to get done. So getting all that done, and it's close to the first of the month, so I'm trying to get clients to give me approvals. I've received no approvals so far, so I'm a little spooked, like in terms of like having to go have surgery and having like all of this to do before then. So I really hope I start getting those soon, and like this week I can wrap that up so that, you know, if surgery is the end of this week or next week or whatever, I won't have that hanging over me. So yeah, fingers crossed. I am gonna go back into bed, probably watch some good shows. You know what I was thinking I should restart from the beginning? Brothers and Sisters. It is probably one of my favorite TV shows on television. That was redundant, but you know what I mean. And it was just solid. It was 100 out of 100. The acting was incredible. The cast is killer. It's like Callista Flockhart, Sally Fields, Matthew Rhys, like just so many amazing people. And it was just such a good show. Like such a good show. So I'm thinking maybe I will start watching that to pass the time. I think that would be a good recovery activity too, like post-surgery. So more on that to come. But yeah, I'm just having a very chill week, so apologies, the vlogs are going to be very homebody, very boring until this thing can get done. I was able to move our vacation, I think I mentioned yesterday, so hopefully we can get this done in February, and then we'll have our vacation in March. Okay, it's later on at night. I have our 2 different meals here. So we're gonna do 2 separate little spatulas, and this is Jared's with the fajita mix and the onions. He's getting a normal stuffed pepper. The peppers need to go in first. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add different rices depending on our dietary needs. Thankfully this is not for long, but this is what we've gotta do tonight. So I'm gonna get the peppers in the oven, and I'm not gonna do them with any olive oil, so that's unfortunate. Little timer. And then once this gets to like 5 minutes, I have rice in here for Jared. It's the Spanish rice. And then I'm doing regular brown rice. I'm gonna do this fat-free mozzarella. And then Jared is gonna have some of our Mexican blend. The good Mexican blend. We went out for a walk, just got back, and now it's dinner time. I do have a very exciting update for y'all. Got called for my gallbladder surgery, so my consult is tomorrow. Thank God she had a cancellation in her schedule. So my mom and I are gonna go and get all the info, and then the front desk receptionist gal who scheduled me said that it tends to move pretty quickly. She doesn't have like a backed up surgery schedule. So I would hope like next week, this weekend, something. I will take whenever. If she says tomorrow, like on Thursday, I will go for it. So I'll keep you guys in the loop, but I feel like I'm one step closer, and I'm so happy that I'm never gonna have to endure this again, I hope. Fingers crossed. I have been diligently sticking it to the low-fat diet. So if you are curious, I use the free version of MyFitnessPal, and it won't tell you like what foods the macros come from, but it will show you the macros in your nutrition. So like you can see how many grams total and then what percent. So basically I want my grams of fat to be no more than 60 and my percent to be no more than 30. So I'm doing really good. 20 grams of fat, 18%. So it gives me some wiggle room so that I can have some more. I have enough for another snack later. And then we're gonna put light daisy sour cream. on this, which we always have used low fat or non-fat options for cottage cheese, sour cream. We usually do Greek yogurt, but you know, there were some things that like we already had. I did successfully eat a salad with dressing today, which was very exciting. It's kind of like testing what it's fine with, because like some herbs could irritate it. So like even if the dressing isn't fatful, it still could have like something. So happy to report I also ate a hard-boiled egg, and having that like success was really good. I also added some pickles and some Dijon mustard into my tuna, and so far so good. So we love that. We're gonna do the red bell pepper. We're gonna do this whole situation. And then I still have another thin slice of Dave's Killer Bread that I can have. Yeah, so we'll see what snack I want. Citrus fruits are really good. So I've been eating all my cuties, like 2 to 3 a day. And I'm able to have some beans, which I'm very, very excited for. So beans, rice, cilantro, and then Jared has fajita seasoning and peppers, or onions. I've been messaging with Sumai because if I don't get my surgery this weekend, we're gonna go over to their house and we're gonna make lunch there. And we planned like a pasta recipe. And so we're gonna get whole wheat pasta, and it's like basically like a pasta salad. So I'm gonna do the Italian dressing, all the veggies on it, and we're gonna get whole wheat pasta. And then the rest of the crew is gonna do cream cheese, pesto, avocado, onion, and feta, but I'm gonna do some feta. I'm gonna get the low fat crumbles. So anyway, Jared and I will be making a trip to the grocery store Saturday morning, probably doing like our run on Saturday morning. This is all if surgery is next week, let's say. We need to get like me prepped for the surgery. Like hopefully I can get like a meal like cheat sheet from her tomorrow, so we can go and buy everything I need. I've heard it's like a 1 week recovery max, and that you're back to work. Like, I mean, if you were at a traditional job, like my mom was like a week out of work, but like for me, I'm sure it'll be like 3 days or something. I also go stir crazy if I can't do things, so I'm sure it'll be quicker than we think. So yeah, tomorrow we'll hear the verdict, and I will keep you along for the ride as per usual. I know this is a boring vlog, but I hope it's helpful if any of you go through it. Also, there's a really interesting, like it's probably an outdated term, but it's a really interesting like research fact about people who are more prone to gallstones and gallbladder things. It's called the 5 Fs: fair, fat, female, fertile, and 40. So if you have fair skin, if you're fat, if you're female, if you're fertile, and if you're 40. It's kind of like a general thing. So I'm 30, a little early, but also there has been research that says if you are of Mexican descent, you can have gallbladder problems. So I kind of have 5, even though I don't have that 5th one. And so not surprising really. So that's very interesting, but I'm glad I'm getting this done because it can lead to like really bad effects in the future. I have a lot of friends who rushed to my aid and messaged me and said they've had it done, or their mom had it done, or their cousin had it done, and obviously my adopted mom had it done. So I know it's like not a big deal, but my anxiety is definitely tripping. Like I don't want to wake up during anesthetic. I don't want like to feel any pain. I hope the painkillers work after. Like there's just a plethora of things in my head that make me scared. Also, I've never had a surgery before. I've only had like oral dental work done. So I've had like the closest thing I got to like a general anesthesia experience was wisdom teeth pulling. And then I think the skin graft, I was also, what did I put under? Yeah, I think I was put under for the skin graft too. So 2 times, the wisdom teeth and the skin graft. Which reminds me, I told Sumaya I was going to tell her all the dental things that I had done. Different types of retainers, braces, I've had a skin graft, I've had a frenectomy, I've had like just all the things. So like, yes, I've had surgeries, but like not anything cutting into my skin on my stomach. All right, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Wowza. I just did the shower. I did not blow dry my hair because why would I when I'm just going to get surgery soon? And I'm staying here, but we are gonna put on a face and makeup. Last night I had a little bit of discomfort, like around the same area, but I accidentally took a big bite of Jared's freaking dinner that had all the fat in it and the spices. So that could have been it, I'm not quite sure. But I'm fine, it went away. And it's making me realize how many times I do have those weird, like, sour stomach things. Just been like very meticulously counting macros and making sure that my fat is in the range. They say it is no more than 30%, or try to keep it under. 30% of your calories come from fat, and then on top of that, no more than 60 grams. So I've been doing really well. I think I was 15% yesterday with 22 grams. And I'm just really trying to like follow any sort of order before we can get into surgery. And then I think for a little bit afterwards, you also have to do that. So I'm really becoming a pro at it at this juncture, but I'm feeling good about it. I just really want this done so I can get back to like living my normal self. I told Jared my like wish list is Vic's Pizza and Krispy Kreme donuts once I am fully recovered and everything's back to normal. As far as like work and like recovery, it'll be about a week. Hello friends, I have not vlogged in a hot minute. I realized you were just put over at the makeup station. I was done. It's been a day. The consult call I was really excited for. It did not pan out, but that's just how things go. But it was a good connection to make, and I'm exhausted because I woke up and I got a call right after I talked to you guys about going in that they're switching the surgeon who's doing it, and I'm not seeing him until tomorrow morning. So Jared and I will get up bright and early, head off to him, meet him. He seems great. I looked him up. He has great health grades, like medical reviews. He is like specializes in like gastro and like intestines, and he does a lot of gallbladder surgeries. So feel really good about him. Basically, he can get me in sooner. So like for the actual surgery. So fingers crossed, Jared's gonna be there. We're gonna get all the details, and I'm just needing to relax. Like everywhere hurts. I'm so tired. This has just been like an emotionally draining process. And I'm sure like to some degree, I'm still recovering from Sunday. Like that amount of physical pain can also make you really tired. So I'm also just anxious. So like that adds a whole other thing to it. And I might actually be PMSing too, so that's great. I think there's a whole lot going on. But we made burritos tonight, and I have my little Italian dressing for a dipping sauce, but I think it's gonna be good. And that's what I'm gonna do. Morning, happy Thursday. I am heading to the consult. I will let you know how it goes, and I'm very excited to meet the surgeon. He seems good vibes. I was just talking to a gal who I know, her name's Amanda. She was in my Girl Boss networking group, and she knows him from work, and she says he's a great guy, very patient, very kind, great dad, great husband. So it makes me feel a little better. So I can't wait to meet him. Hopefully get a surgery date on the books, so we will see. Hello friends, happy Friday. It is the final day of the week. This is very bright. Apologies for how bright this is. I'm actually gonna get ready because I want to film a couple reels for upcoming content with trending audio. So it's not something I can do really ahead of time, but just for this week and next, I want to have a couple trending bits and pieces that I can use. I'm sure by like next Friday I'll be mostly normal, but I don't want to like put that on myself. So I need to update you on everything because we have a surgery date. It is this coming Monday, so in 3 days. I met with the surgeon. He is phenomenal. He seems like he really knows his stuff. He was so kind, explained everything to me, made sure like my worries were put at ease, all of that good stuff. And I just feel so positive about him. I don't know why I forgot my forehead with this stuff. And I am obsessed. So apparently it was his MA who, technically she's the MA for both of them. The woman I was gonna see and him. She advocated for me, and she saw, I think it was me and one other girl who had just been in the ER with gallstones. And she was like, hey, well, he's like more free than the other doctor. And for whatever reason, maybe this doctor is like the best or something. I don't know. So they referred to her automatically from the ER. Or maybe she's like the point person. I'm not quite sure. I don't really know how they do that. But he is actually, I would argue, more skilled than her in this area. He is more well-versed in like gastro. She's more like, this would just be like more of a general thing for her. Technically this is considered general surgery, but he is really familiar with like the intestines. He removes tumors, like invasive tumors from intestines. He's done like 1,000 gallbladder removal surgeries, and he's never had a complication, at least that he shared. So I feel very good about that. And he reassured me. He took time to like go over all my questions, and he was like, yeah, girl, like you're fine. And he helped me understand everything. And Miss Tatiana just recently had a surgery, and they pump you full of air, like to see your insides. And she had a really horrific experience with that. So I was asking him about that, and like, you know, what is the tea, bro? Like, can I avoid that somehow? Like, what is the tea? So we had a good talk about that. Basically, you just have to walk it off, which is what Tatiana was told, which is horrific. And it may cause some discomfort for like a while. So I'm just like making my peace with that. For my mom, she just felt really bloated. She didn't have any like pain, so that's good for her. But yeah, it's just kind of like part of what you bargain for. And honestly, I'm sure like any pain is going to be better than the attack I had on Sunday. So I'll take it. I'll go with it. I'm not like thrilled about it, but I will do it. And I'm not thrilled about any of this, but he explained like the reasons why they take it, and they don't really fuck around and find out, because there can be way worse risk factors if you don't get it out. So I understand that. And I certainly don't want any of what he mentioned could happen. So I think I'm just I'm making my peace with it. I'm very nervous, but it's needed. A little scared. So today, between 3 and 7 o'clock, they will call me and give me a time to arrive on Monday. I'm so nervous, but it should be like a quick 60-minute procedure at that. And he was very confident. So very rare for a complication to happen in like someone of my health status and age. Very, very rare. And anyway, it's very rare to begin with. So I feel like I'm in good hands. Jared, luckily, you know, he can work remote when he needs to, if he absolutely has to change, you know, his schedule. And he also can take time off of work really easily. His bosses are very chill and understanding. So he's taking off 2 days of work, Monday and Tuesday, to be here with me, wait on me hand and foot, because I'll be pretty loopy from like pain meds. And then he's just going to work from home Wednesday through Friday. And I mean, if something were to happen, I'm sure he could like take off more or whatever. So that is the plan. That is what we are left with here. And I'm very nervous, but I know it's gonna be fine. It's routine. Tons of people have these done. Tons of my friends have had this done. My mom has had this done. It is a very common situation. So we've mapped out like the meals that we want to have, just super low key. Jared's gonna make them this week. And we might have some friends come over. Really learn who your true friends are like through this process. There's people who haven't said a word, who haven't checked in on me, who haven't, you know, responded at all to all my stories I'm posting. They just watch silently. So it's just really interesting. It was very much like the wedding. but people who I never thought responded and sent me love, and I'm choosing to like focus on that and just know like I am loved, because like there's moments where I'm like, if anything were to happen to me, like people actually care. Like I know that my content's like kind of entertaining, but like really, and they all were so lovely. There are so many people checking in on me every day, seeing how I'm feeling now, wishing me luck for surgery. I've had people who are like acquaintance friends be like, if you need anything, I can like drop something off. Just, I feel so loved and surrounded by so much support. And then we have our friends. I don't know if she watches these, but Kathy and Russ are family friends. Kathy had like heart stuff going on, so she couldn't make it to the wedding. And they have always said they would travel as soon as like her surgery went off well. And they are ready to do that now. So I'm super excited to see them. That's something to look forward to after my surgery. And Kathy and I have been talking about health stuff. And unfortunately, our friend Michael did wake up feeling a little under the weather. That's Michael and Sumai, the couple that we hang out with. So we won't be going over there tomorrow. Those are the only plans we had before the surgery. But they just don't want to like risk, you know, getting me sick. So very much appreciate that. So I think we're going to FaceTime. And Sumai and I have really been wanting to make our wedding albums through Artifact Uprising. So we will be doing that tomorrow. It's just a little fun activity to take my mind off things. Fun fact, we were actually going through our wedding photos to pick them for the album when my gallstone hit. So fun fact there. And then maybe I'll message Maya and see if she wants a redo of our Sunday horror shenanigans, because that is when that last happened. So we will see. I had to like leave Maya. I feel so bad. Of course she understood, but we only get like so many days to chat. So yeah, kind of rough. I don't think I'll see my parents this weekend. Just like avoiding as many germs as possible. So we're just gonna go to the grocery store masked and then come home. My parents will probably come over like either Monday evening or Tuesday. I'll probably be pretty loopy on Monday. So Jared is gonna take me to the surgery, wait there, and then take me home, and then they'll probably come over Tuesday and spend time with us. So yeah, it's very scary because that's like my first surgery without mommy or daddy too. My mom took me, I believe it was my mom, took me to both of my last oral surgeries where I was like under general anesthesia and was there, I believe, like at least in the waiting room, if not in the room for most of the time. So this is scary. Like they're going to wheel me off and like I'm going to be alone. And I know I trust in the team. They seem wonderful. I'm sure the anesthesiologist is going to be great. And I know they're going to like prep me, explain to me what happens, all of that. It's been a good like 4 or 5 years now since I've been under anesthesia, but it's always worked for me. Literally knock on wood. And I don't feel like I need any special treatment with it. I'm not like a redhead. So yeah, I just hope it goes well. And I hope that they can keep me asleep and keep me in low pain when I come out of it. But overall, this should be a pretty easy surgery. It's not life-changing. There's not a lot of room, not a lot of margin for error. So yeah, I am just trying to process it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Fun fact, I need to, if I can, get my nails taken off. I didn't realize that, but if you don't know, if you have long nails or like gel and acrylic, this product actually, it fucks with the pulse oximeter. So when you get your pulse taken, like at the urgent care, the doctor, you always want to go in like this, not like this, because it will give you an off reading. And they need something hooked up to you the entire time when you're in surgery. And like say if your finger started to turn blue, they couldn't see it under the color. So I'm gonna really try my best to get into Tatiana, but she also just underwent surgery. So it's just kind of a shit show in all of our lives. It's the worst possible timing. But she's gonna try to get in today and tomorrow to her shop. And then she offered to take me in and take them off. And then I also am gonna need to cut this Forever Eternity bracelet. So sorry, Kayla. This is our bestie bracelet that we got at Valerie Madison last spring. And fun fact, it already came off once. I don't know how, but I think the jump ring, like where it's attached, was loose or something, because that's where it came off at. It like fully opened when I was cleaning. I don't know what happened. I just found it on the floor. So I've already had them reattach it once on the house because it shouldn't have happened. And now I'm gonna have to go ask them again. I think they charge like a minimal fee when it's like a surgical thing. So unfortunately I have to take this off, but I do not want any, like I said, margin of error. I don't want any situation where like they have to try to like charge me and they can't. So it's okay. It's just a whole process. And then there's like showering instructions and like no eating and drinking after midnight, like all those things that like, I'm sure those of you watching who have had surgeries, you're like, duh, bitch. But I have never gone through a major like bodily surgery. I shouldn't say major, but like, you know what I mean? Like a decent surgery. So yeah, it's just like a little jarring and I'm just processing it as someone with severe anxiety. So I hope that this helps somebody. And if you like have not gone through your gallbladder removal surgery, I hope this vlog is interesting to you. This vlog is going to end on Sunday, and then I'm going to have my recovery week vlog next week. Don't know how much I'm going to be vlogging, but I will ask Jared to like get some clips here and there if he can. But this weekend is like basically like pack my hospital bag with me, even though I'm not having a child, and like prepping for it, getting groceries that I can eat, all of that stuff. The great news that my doctor said is that there is no food that I cannot eat in my life, which like we kind of knew that. There aren't really any regulations nowadays for people without gallbladders, but even the month after surgery, I didn't realize that post-op you didn't have to watch your diet. I thought that you had to eat clean until like a month after. So I'm probably gonna like slowly wean myself off of the low-fat diet. I'm still a little spooked out, so I definitely think I'll be eating that way like for the first week for sure, and then maybe like adding in like healthier fats like cheeses, avocado, olive oil, things like that before going to like deep fried foods or like pizza or something. And then maybe like week 2 I can have like a slice of pizza, see how it makes me feel. But I don't want to go like crazy town. But it's good to know just like how minor this is, like they aren't worried about it. And then I can shower like 24 hours after the surgery. I just can't like scrub the wounds, but you definitely want to kind of like just use your hand and like wash over it. I also don't really use a traditional soap in the shower. I like body washes and stuff like that, a special cleanser like pH for like down there. I don't really have a soap, especially not an antibacterial soap like for your hands. So I guess Dial makes like body bars and stuff that's antibacterial. So I'm gonna probably pick one up at Safeway. They didn't tell me I had to, but my dad was really surprised that they didn't give me like the special pre-surgery soap. So I think like just to put my mind at ease, I might buy myself a soap, and I can shower the morning of. I just can't put on like anything after, like lotion, perfume. If you are not a person with anxiety, I would suggest not Googling like why they don't want you to do that. You learn a lot. So just try not to have acrylics, try not to have permanent jewelry, try not to have, you know, all these things. So anyway, that's the get. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I had a little bit of a pain right here. This is where the gallbladder is. So it wasn't that. It was just like a weird like gas or like muscle strain pain all throughout the day yesterday. And today I feel pretty much back to normal. So thank God. Didn't want to have like an ulcer or something else like right before surgery. That's my update. It's a lot of just like, because it's a lot to process. But thank you for coming along with me for this journey. And this is not how I expected February 2024 to go. We luckily, like I said, were able to cancel and move our vacation. And I'm very, very excited because it's happening mid-March. And, you know, God willing, all things go as well, I will be able to go. And then we have our very exciting week-long honeymoon in Canada in April. There's so many fun things around the corner, y'all, and I'm just very excited to get this done with and to never experience an attack again. I think that's also just like why I know this is worth it. Like with all the risks and everything, like they say the attacks can get way worse each time, and like I have witnessed my mom go through that. It's very traumatic. Watch some cute shows, some comfort shows. We're gonna Zoom our friends. We're gonna have our hubby here to take care of us, and all my clients have been super understanding, super loving. I feel very, very lucky for their support. So that's my update. It's very long-winded. Sorry this vlog, again, is not very interesting or lively, but thank you for watching, for being here through my perils of life as well, in sickness and in health. And yeah, I am just really getting tested with my health the past couple of years, and I think it's teaching me a lot of good lessons. I definitely am reacting way better to this one. I'm not having, like, other than just like the fears about the surgery, I'm not having any hypochondria. I'm just like following the diet, and like I'm able to pretty much keep my mind off of it, at least to like an excessive level, with like, oh my God, is an attack gonna happen? Like, how bad is it gonna be? That sort of thing. It's definitely in the back of your head, but like I'm not all consumed by it like I was early 2022 with some of my like health anxieties. So I think I'm making progress, and like the dizzies really taught me like how everything is temporary. There is going to be a resolution, even if it's not obvious or in sight right now. And luckily for this kind of thing, there is. It's very well known what the resolution is. And so I'm just trying to get through it and remain positive. So anyway, that's my little digital diary journal entry for the day. And I'm just gonna sit on the couch. I think I'm gonna co-work virtually with Nicole and keep each other company. And I have basically a few things to wrap up for clients before, you know, everything happens. All right, it's later on Friday night, and I just edited the vlog up until now, so everything you just saw I was editing. As you can tell, my Eternity bracelet is off. It did just come right apart at the jump ring, so I have it in a little Ziploc, and we will be taking a trip to Seattle. I can also get my wedding and engagement rings cleaned because they do like complimentary stuff for their customers, so I think I'll do it all at once. But yeah, a little excuse to have a little Seattle day with my sweetie. And I am just sitting here. I have like been belching a lot in this vlog. I had to edit out like multiple little gas moments, and I definitely feel like just bloated a little bit. I think I just like don't usually eat this many beans. I don't eat this much like fiber and whole grains. Like I know there's some perks, but like wowza. It's definitely a very gassy lifestyle. Also, the MA said that you can take Gas X like right after your surgery, so that you can have like a less likelihood of like having a horrific reaction to like all the air or whatever. So that's good to know. Just trying to stay calm, trying to prep my mind and my body for my little surgery endeavor. But I feel very prepped and like excited about everything. So I got a call, got my time. It is 7:30 a.m. on Monday, which means it's like the first one, which is great. It means my surgeon should be all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. And I should be able to have like the rest of the day at home to recover. And then what else? She did like clarify some things for me about like the nails and the jewelry. We chit-chatted a bit more, and then oh, and then she was able to clarify the dial soap for me. So she said you could actually use hand soap on your body. Maybe I'm just like an idiot. I didn't know that. Just like I didn't know if it was like gonna cause a reaction or something, but she said the liquid one is typically better. So we're gonna get that at Safeway tomorrow. We're gonna do our whole shop for the upcoming week at Safeway. So I'll be sure to show you what we get and kind of like some of the meals that we're planning. I want to kind of slowly reintroduce fat. So like starting with like good fats. So like olive oil. Like I literally have not been able to cook anything in olive oil because 1 tablespoon is like 14 grams of fat. And with gallstone stuff, you want to keep it to like 3 to 4 grams per meal, or like per item. So I've just been having like raw beans and rice and veggies, which is just horrific. I know like there's worse things in the world, but it's not fun, let me tell you. So I want to like start having that, having like more cheeses, having avocado, all of those things first. And then we can get into like the pizza realm and like the deep fried stuff. So we have a whole plan that I feel really good about, and I will tell you all about that tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna relax and I will show you my bag and everything tomorrow. Happy Saturday. We are tidying things up, consolidating stuff, and we just did our grocery run. I am feeling quite sick to my stomach. I think I ate a Gas X and I had a little oatmeal, but like didn't have much food. So I'm really hungry. Speaking of, we loaded up on some expired, the one we had. And then I got my 2 soaps. I got one at Hagen and one at Safeway. We went both places just in case I couldn't find one. So this is just like antibacterial hand soap, and they say this is what you use to shower all over your body the morning of surgery. So I will be doing that. I'm also going to do like an everything hair wash shower tomorrow, and maybe I'll also shower with that soap then and just do like 2 different showers. But we got all of our groceries together. I was very glad I picked this up at Hagen first because A, it was on sale, but B, it was sold out at Safeway. So when you can see these, you gotta grab them because they sell out really quickly. This is my favorite cottage cheese of all time, and it's, yeah, sells out. Make a pasta salad for lunch today. I was able to find some pineapple chunks. I'm gonna use that in cottage cheese. I was able to find the reduced fat Athenos feta, which will go in the pasta salad. And we just got everything we need. Some rice cake snacks, got me loaded up on everything. And then I thought this one, oh, this is weird. It has a wrapper that says keto friendly, but keto is high fat and this has 0 grams of fat. So I'm just very confused by that. But it's the Walden Farms Honey Dijon. So I figured that once I recover and the Italian dressing is used up, that might be a nice little change of pace. And then I got like some different like rice cakes that I can have. They aren't particularly low in fat, but it'll be a good snack post-surgery. And we also stocked up on some soups, just in case, you know, I'm feeling lazy. I just want to have an easy soup. This one is low fat, so I might start with this one for Monday night. But we will see. It's going to be a journess, as we say, and we'll keep you posted. But Jared's going to prep like the butter lettuce and everything tomorrow, and he's going to help me out. Yeah, I've been having like some abdominal, like just discomfort and like some weird sensations that I don't usually notice. Literally, see how much I'm like burping? I have so much gas. And I called the nurse hotline because I was like a little worried because when I touch on my stomach, it's like tender. And she was like, yeah, that could be caused by gas, and especially with like the quick change in diet. So we're just roughing it, y'all. I'm very excited for this to be done. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I just ate because I was so hungry. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit. I might have like a couple bites of this, but I'm gonna wait until I feel hungry again, like an hour or 2. Are we kidding? So healthy. So you just cook up a little bit of this. I did half of this whole wheat rotini, very low fat. I bet this freaking honey Dijon dressing would be good. This is everything I put in. So I put in a cucumber, so like dice it up. Cucumber, carrots, cherry tomatoes, arugula, baby peppers. I like baby sweet peppers. You could do like bell pepper, whatever you want to do. And then you put feta, and then I'm going to do Italian dressing. But you could do, like, I think the recipe called for like avocado chunks, cream cheese, everything but the bagel seasoning. You can really like make it however you want. But I just ate. So I think I'm going to give myself a second because they say like don't eat like huge meals. I'm going to give myself a second to just kind of like process that, and then maybe like in an hour or 2 I will have some of this. And then, yeah, it'll be here for me when I need to eat some more. And pretty low fat, so that's good. I also put oregano and salt and pepper. I heard from Miss Tatiana, and I'm gonna go in at 1 p.m. tomorrow to get everything off. Unfortunately, I have to start from scratch, so they need not only the nail polish but the acrylic off. So we're gonna take it down to my normal nail, and then my normal nail unfortunately runs a bit thin, and it's like really like flexible. So if she kept these like this length, this is my normal nail, I would run the risk of like breaking a nail and it being very painful during recovery. So we're gonna shave them down. I'm gonna have little stubby nails, and we're gonna have to repeat the whole acrylic and artificial enhancement again. But you know, I would rather like do it right. I was able to remove the bracelet, as I told you last night, and I'm just trying to like play by the rules. So she's very nice for getting me in. I hope she is feeling fine and recovering herself. Good morning, happy Sunday. It is the final day before my surgery. It is surgery eve, as we could say. I just refilled my water bottle. I took the shower so that my hair is nice and washed. And then I washed with the antibacterial hand soap from Dial. I think I got like the sweet or like clean scent, and I smell so good. I love it. Didn't have like a skin reaction or anything as far as I can see. Also, look how gnarly this is. This is my blood draw area from last Sunday. It's like green, you probably can't tell. But yeah, I'm gonna have another one of those and we're gonna go through this process all over again of being hooked up and with saline and like all of those things. I have the sheets going in the washer. We're gonna just make sure that is all ready to go. Hi. Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, I'm feeling good. So we're gonna shower again right before we go in tomorrow. So I'll use the soap again, and I have my outfit all laid out so I know what I'm gonna wear. And it's gonna be loose fitting clothing. They tell you to do that. Jared's here, he's gonna take care of me.
I took 2 days off.
Yeah, he took 2 days off and he's gonna cook. And today we're gonna clean. I actually did kind of clean this area, so it's mostly done. We need to find a place for our magical grill. I just can't do makeup, any skincare, like daily lotions, perfume. They don't want any of that. So I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna put my hair up in a little ponytail, take a shower tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna head off bright and early. Check-in is at 7:30, so I think I'll probably wake up around 6, get a shower, and then just take my time, pack up my bag, and then hit the road so we can find parking. It's usually really packed there, so I wanna give us like a buffer of like half an hour if we need it. And then we're gonna check in. I already paid online and I filled out what I could, so I think it's just like the consent forms for the surgery that will happen in person, and then I'm gonna give them a copy of my ID card, which finally came in from my insurance, and then we should be off to the races. I only got like 6 hours of sleep, 7 or 6 hours of sleep, because I wanted to wear myself out for tonight, because I know my anxiety is gonna keep me awake, and we need to go to bed at like 10 or 11. So we were so tired last night that we took a nap, and I'm hoping that we just can plow through and not take a nap and then be super tired. And I mean, I would love to aim for at least like 6 hours of sleep. This is my go-to. So I've been doing the fat-free Lucerne or whatever, vanilla, non-fat yogurt, 3 of these juicy, delicious strawberries. These were so ripe yesterday. And then I use the 1% low-fat milk, just as like a drizzle in my oatmeal. This is my oatmeal. It's the Quaker Original, and it's just like the heat up pack. I could make it because I have the oats, but this is just way easier for me. And then he's doing some cereal. Jared and I have had a beef. We have had active beef because he hates Noacon.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not gonna let it go down in history that I hate Noacon.
Hate's a strong word.
Hate is a strong word, but it's not his forte, personally.
But
and I could not relate.
But he does have some.
He has some bangers, bro. Jared is just not a lyric guy.
What?
Yes, you will have to admit that he is slay. But you are not a lyric guy.
I like melody.
Yeah, he likes melodies, and all of that stuff.
That's why I have a soundtrack thing for movies, where it's just all composed.
Yeah, he likes just like composers. He's an odd duck. He's an odd millennial. It's like older, like classic rock and stuff too, which I like, but we don't like the same bands. Like I'm more of like an Aerosmith Queen and he's more of a Nirvana. So we don't get along anyway on that. Music is something that me and Jared do not have. Well, okay, we didn't have a problem making our wedding playlist. Like, I feel like overall, like we're fine. But like what we choose to like listen to in our free time is different. Yeah. Like we didn't fight over the wedding playlist at all. Which honestly I'm kind of surprised we didn't because of this. Well, anyway, Sydney and I were making fun of him because of his Noah Kwan hatred. I keep forgetting to use these, but my mom made us these little pepper like microwave holders. So your bowl can just go in the microwave. And then it's like good to go. So I make my oatmeal and I just splash some milk. I had been doing a little bit of sugar, but it didn't like change the flavor enough, so I didn't care. Sad to report, my cottage cheese is not elite this week. Every cottage cheese is kind of hit or miss because you never know like how much sour it's gonna have, and this one was a little soury, but it's okay. I bought some pineapple, so I can get it down. Bowls and a piece of toast. It's very hard to get used to low fat when you've been trying to do low carbs, which usually equals high fat. So it's just definitely been a change, and I was so full of gas yesterday. It hasn't been fun. All right, friends, it is later on Sunday. My nails are gone. They're just my natural nails, and they're so flimsy. Like my natural nail is not strong. Like certain people just have more flexible nails, and so these are even a little too long, but we tried to like maintain at least some of the length. So we're gonna build them again next week. But I have peppers in the oven. I've got our little stuffing right here. We're gonna have stuffed peppers, and that's gonna be it for my vlog, really. I am packing my bag. List here of what I needed to do. So we washed our sheets. Everything is super clean for me. We vacuumed the whole apartment. Actually, I did because that's my way of coping, is like cleaning. Remove my nails and then pack my bag. All I really need to pack is glasses case. I didn't think that through, and obviously I'll leave the rings at home. So I should just need my glasses case. I'm gonna grab that. I have my old pair in it, but I just have my glasses case. This is my Ouija board Portland bag that I'm going to pack. I feel like it's good luck. And then so far I just have my Lululemon everyday bag, and my glasses will go in here when they're ready. And I really think that's it. Like I don't really need to pack much. I set out my outfit. So I'm gonna do sweats and a loose tee. And obviously no bra, because like what's the point? And I'll wear my bare paw slippers. And I'm gonna have a hair tie in my hair. So they can do whatever. I think you do like a hairnet and stuff. And then Tatiana told me so much about it today. So I know a bit more about what to expect. I didn't realize they intubated you. I think I just like didn't want to admit that or think about it. So that's fun. But luckily, I mean, like you don't know, like when they're doing it, you're like out. I'm just trying to remain calm. I definitely had like a panic attack earlier today about it. After talking to Tatiana and just like hearing everything. But I mean, she said she was out. The next thing she remembers, she was in the recovery room. So I know it's gonna go like that, but it still doesn't make it any easier. But I feel prepared. Like I know exactly what to do. I've been doing exactly what to do, and I feel confident. So after midnight, I can't eat or drink, even water. It's especially important for the gallbladder. I don't think for other kinds of surgeries that you like can't have water, But for mine, I can't. Let me grab my check-in sheet again. It just says do not drink or eat anything after midnight. Do not drink alcohol for at least 24 hours prior to surgery, but I don't drink. Please leave all valuables at home. Only bring your photo ID, insurance cards, copy of an advance directive if applicable, and any medical supplies or medications that you were instructed to take. Shower the morning of your surgery, then do not wear any perfume, lotions, makeup, or nail polish, and remove all jewelry. Wear loose and comfortable clothing. Do not shave any hair near the surgical area. The surgical team will do this if necessary. That's it. And then basically it just explains some post-op things. And then I have my post-op like check-in with the surgeon already scheduled. So we should be good to go. I am so nervous, oh my God. But I know like I'm literally gonna be talking to you in like a few hours. Like it's gonna go so quickly. And of course we'll have the recovery week vlog. It's really important to like walk and get around because obviously you don't want like blood clots. I think I might have to wear the compression socks like during the surgery. Tatiana had to wear those and I Googled and I like read that somewhere. I saw it. So yeah, lots of different things that I'm just like not prepared for. But I know I'm in good hands and I know it's gonna go great. So yeah, I feel good about it. Thank you for coming along for this crazy anxiety riddled week vlog. But I am very excited to never have that pain again in my life. I do not recommend it. 0 out of 100. I wasn't expecting this hiccup. Definitely 2024 is off to quite a rough start. But I feel very positive for the rest of it. We've got lots of fun things coming up as I've shared. And I just have to focus on that and focus on the pizza that I'm gonna have and the donuts and everything. I made my like list of things that I want to eat and I'm very excited for that. So anyway, that is my vlog for you this week. Thank you for coming along and I will see you very, very soon with the recovery week vlog. So stay tuned. I'll see you then. Bye.